What is going on, Raider Nation? It is JT coming at you with a breaking news episode of the RaiderCast. Head coach Josh McDaniels just announced the captains of your Las Vegas Raiders. So let's take a look at who the special teams captains are this season. We have AJ Cole and Mac Hollins as the special teams captains for this squad. I think both of these these two choices are good choices. I definitely believe that AJ Cole. I feel like these are like the funny guys. They just chose like the funny guys. Not discrediting their leadership or anything like that, but they're pretty well known for being pretty funny and stuff like that. Seriously though, AJ Cole is definitely more outspoken. Obviously, people are like, oh, why not Daniel Carlson? Well, I think he's definitely more outspoken than Carlson. Same thing with Hollins. Hollins is a very good veteran presence. He's been in the league for a while. He's been pretty much brought in for his special teams ability and also his red zone ability. But he's a special teams captain because he's definitely going to be a leader on that special teams other than obviously AJ Cole. And I think to lead the trio that is AJ Cole, Daniel Carlson, and Trent Sieg is definitely a good choice to have AJ Cole as that guy. And then for Mac Hollins to lead like the rest of the guys, definitely two good choices there in my opinion. Looking at who they chose for the defense, some of these are unsurprising. There's only one surprising one. We have Denzel Perryman, first-time captain, so congratulations, Denzel Perryman. He posted about it a few days ago on his Instagram, so we kind of already knew this one. But for those who didn't know, he posted on his Instagram saying that getting the C on his chest is like one of the best things ever for him and stuff like that. Which is, he's never been a captain. He was never a captain on the Chargers. He wasn't a captain for us last year because he was, traded for later than after we chose the captains and stuff like that. But he definitely deserves it. He's definitely a leader on this defense. He was a leader on this defense last season, and he wholeheartedly deserves this C. He definitely deserves a captain name next to his name. So congratulations to him for being a first-time captain. Duron Harmon is the somewhat surprise of the defense. It makes sense to me though, as far as he's very much a veteran player. He's been around the league for a while. And it seems like when they chose for the defense, they chose players for one at every level. So you have Denzel Perryman being the leaders of the linebacker group. You have Duron Harmon being the leader of the defensive back group, which I think is a great choice. I think because he's pretty versatile. He's not necessarily a corner at all. He's definitely more of a safety, but that doesn't mean he doesn't know how to teach up and coach up corners how to play, because he's played with some really great corners over the years. And he himself is a pretty good safety. He's known as the closer and stuff like that. He's a great veteran presence, so I'm not surprised he got the captainship. And then finally, for his second season in a row, it's Max Crosby as the captain of the D-line, which makes a ton of sense. People are like, oh, why not Chandler Jones and stuff like that? Like I said, I think they just chose one at every level. That way there's a leader at every level of the defense. And Crosby is definitely someone who definitely deserves that C. I'm not saying that Chandler doesn't, but they can only choose 3. It looks like they only wanted to choose 3, and specifically one at every level. So Crosby definitely deserves to have that C on his chest this season. And then looking forward to the offense, or looking at the offense of the captains, you have Derek Carr. Unsurprisingly, he's been a captain every year. He's been a Raider. You have Colton Miller. I can't remember off the top of my head if he's ever been a captain before. So if he hasn't, this is unsurprising because he's been a captain before. I believe it was last year he was a captain. And then it's also not surprising because he is a veteran presence on this team. He's one of the longest tenured Raiders, especially specifically drafted by the Raiders back in 2018. And he can definitely be a leader for that O-line group. Derek Carr is obviously the leader of this team. He is the captain. He's the penultimate captain of this team. He's always been the leader. He's always been the rock that kept us flowing, or I should say he's like the anchor that's kept us in place. I don't know where I'm going with this analogy. And then finally we have Devontae Adams being a captain. He was a captain in the Packers, so it makes sense to make him captain here. He's definitely a leader for that wide receiver group, and obviously there's no running back captain this year, but it's going to be a running back by committee. Not saying that Josh Jacobs, I think Josh Jacobs definitely could have earned it. But I think they wanted to give it to Adams, and it makes sense why. He's just a great leader. All three of these guys, every single one they chose is a great leader. There's a lot of great leaders on this team, so it's not like we'll have a shortage of leaders after the captains. These are just the more vocal guys, the more vocal captains, and the ones that the coaches wanted to be, you know, named captain, obviously, because they chose them. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I think this is a great set of 8 captains for this team. The choices are, we're kind of expecting, you know, you always expect Carr, you definitely expect Crosby, but some of these guys were new. Some of these guys have never been chosen as captain before, so it's definitely, you know, good for them for being chosen captain. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think of the captains. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Still on that road to 100. I appreciate you all. Appreciate you to death. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and peace out, Raider Nation.